we need to do is write this get all persons. So first we will do then is mutable array. This will call the return array equal to ns mutable array allocate init say auto release. So that's there. Now we write the query equal to the rate select say star from persons. That's the name I gave. I don't remember if it was persons or person. We can just open this with text editor and we can check what it is. So I can just open with text edit. So I guess you can't see much from this table, but I guess it's persons or person. I don't know. Let's call it person. I guess it's person. We'll see that later. Anyway, so we get all these details here in this query. Now I need to run this query. So first I will create a SQLite 3 underscore statement star statement. So create that. Now I say if SQLite 3 prepare, and sometimes this can be a little step. Now I'm going to prepare underscore v2. Now it needs a database ZSQL. We just give it -1. ZSQL is actually the query that we created. Query UTF, again it's not UTF-8 format, so we'll call it UTF-8, and then bytes is -1. SQLite statement where it will get the details is, we'll say statement and need something like which is nil. So once we have that, I will say this is equal to SQLite. If it's okay with SQLite, then do this. So this means that our query went through. If this function goes, it means that our query is good. Now we can loop through the query. So I say while SQLite 3 step through that statement, so that is statement equal to SQLite. Okay, again, oh sorry, is a SQLite row. We have to check that the statement is a valid SQLite row. If it is, then I can just get my variables from it. Unique ID equal to SQLite 3 column. We need to get the column integer. SQL, it's of the types integer, so that's why I said SQL. Then I need where it is statement comma, which is the row 0 row. So once I have that, next I need, now the text is in the form of characters, so we have to get it in characters. So let's call it name characters equal to just character star SQLite 3 column text this time, and it's from the statement and it's the first one, so that's there. Copy this, paste it, name, and the next one was address. It's a pretty tedious process, but it's very easy once you know how to do it. You can just copy paste this code again and again and use it multiple places. Now we need to convert that variables into string. So say convert first name equal to string allocate init with UTF-8 string, because those are characters, so we need to convert it into that. So name characters and then is string star address equal to the same one but address character. So once we have this, both of them, now we need to call a instance of that info file, person info file. I think I have imported that file. Let me go ahead and import person info. So now I can just call that person info star info. Let's make an object of that, and I'll say person info allocate init with, this is the function that we wrote that time. This is where we are going to populate that. Unique ID, name is name, address is address. So we have that function, and then we'll say return array, add object, then add this object inside that return array. What else did we allocate? Name, release, and then so just releasing whatever we allocated. We don't want memory problems. So once we do this, this is good. Let's see if there's anything else. Also the info file, we have added that to the array, so we don't need that info anymore. And then after that, once I'm done with all this, I have to finalize the SQLite statement. This is required finalize, and say finalize the statement, and then return. This is array, so just say return expression. What is my, it's the return array. Since it return type is an array, we have to give back the array which we created. So this will have all the elements from the person table. Now if I want to, let's see if it works, just to see if it did everything fine. So if I run this project right now, it will give me some warning because I didn't add the SQLite framework to it. So I can just go to my project, go to build faces and link by, and it's called SQLite 3.dynamic library. I think that's what we need. Let's run it again and see. Yeah, it works. Opens iPhone. It kind of does everything, but right now we are not yet did anything in that view controller file, and it's not connected to anything. So view controller file, I go ahead. So currently it will just show the view, add the window and show the view controller on top of it. So that's what happens. Nothing happens in the application. So I will go ahead and say person info, just import the two files, person database. So I have two of them. When the view loads, can just go ahead here, and after the view is loaded, I want to display those, so we'll just log them as log messages ns array. So get the arrays first. Say person info equal to, let's get the array of person info person. So we need the instance of database, create the database, and then we need to call that function which was select, what was it? Let's go ahead and see it in the database. Get all persons. So call it get all persons. So this will have that detail. Now we can loop through the entire person info object inside an array and display them in person info. So this will loop through them, and now I need to show ns log. So the first one was id, so that is %d, name is %@, and then this is %@. These are objects. So info dot unique ID, info dot name and info dot address. So this should display it unless we did some mess up some table name or something. So let's see if it runs. I run the application, it opens up, and in the log at the bottom should give the info. Let's see, Vivian Arana, 2 John Smith and 3 Jane Doe. So it does work, and that's how you access SQLite. I mean, use SQLite. You can do a bunch of different things. You can insert. All you need to do is put different queries here. I just selected from all. You can. If you don't know SQL, I would say you better learn that if you want to use SQLite. And you can write a bunch of different functions. I got get all persons. You can say get a particular person with ID, all those different functions, which whatever you need. So this is how SQLite works. And thanks for watching the video, and if you have any questions, please post them in the comments. I will be doing core data next, and a little bit in future I'll be showing you how to access XML and JSON. Thank you, and see you later.